Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Hart moments ago has just tweeted that 11 of his lawyers have filed to get the corrupt SEC's case dismissed against them in court. So this is just moments ago. Richard Hart, who's the founder of PulseChain, maybe you've heard of him, always known as Ricardo Corazon out there in the fields. He's basically done a long post. He's tagged Ethereum people. Just to let you know, friends, if you're wondering, why does he tag Ethereum people? It's just to get the bigger outreach, okay? So he's basically just let everyone know, hey, we're filing to dismiss this. And word for word, he says, 11 of my lawyers are now fighting for your rights. They just filed this motion to dismiss with the corrupt SEC. The fact here seems superior to the fact patterns of many other cases that you've seen in courts. And he says this affects free speech, open source software, and more. Now, friends, I just got to let you know, Nuclear Herbs, shout out to Nuclear Herbs. I have my own one here. Woo! Whoa, what are you smoking, sir? Handsome over. Mr. Nuclear Herbs basically said, everyone just sit down. We're not going to get it dismissed. That's pretty much his words. Just because he says, look, friends, if you remember, who's our auntie judge who was going to be hearing it? It's Auntie Judge Carol, okay? Now, Auntie Carol, pretty much, I mean, whoever did this is so good. Look at this Photoshop work here, down here, friends. That's amazing, okay? So Auntie Judge Carol, when it comes to legal stuff, filing to dismiss, it's like, you're basically telling Auntie Carol, hey, don't listen to the other guy at all. Like, don't even listen to him. Like, don't even be curious. Just completely throw it away. So that's why it's pretty, I guess it's uncommon, unlikely that this one will just be dismissed. And he also mentions, I think, around August, when we'll basically be able to hear the hearings and stuff, and it is what it is. Now, the market should reprice higher as we get more confidence of everything going on here. Richard continues, crypto projects, consider asking your lawyers to file an amicus brief, which is a friend of the court now. He's basically calling everyone just to support it. And he goes, look, he's mentioned the link and tweet here and there. So he's just done it right now. Now, I'm going to show you the PulseChain price chart. We are still in this launching pad zone here. That's why, friends, it's really important just to keep an eye on that, the weekly chart. Look, Auntie Judge Carol, she is very nice lady. Of course, our auntie probably makes nice tabbouleh, probably makes nice sambuca. By the way, friends, also the real breaking news. I'm actually really hungry. I got chicken, I got some riz, and I got some tzatziki in the fridge. So we're going to absolutely crank it soon. But, you know, we've got to get back to the price charts, you know, our whole future and the whole retirement path and stuff here and there for most of you. Let's continue. You see this, friends, is the launching pad zone. Now, you're probably wondering, how come all this information's out and the market is like super reacting to this stuff right now? Well, here's the thing, friends. Remember, crypto, it's based off the network effects of people coming in and out. You know, everybody's focused on Solana land and cuckbase, otherwise known as Coinbase, because you get cucked pretty much 99.9% of the coins there. And yes, these things move slow. So the market, look, the market only wakes up once there's a catalyst hit. And everyone wants to know, what's the catalyst? What's the catalyst? Well, man, no one knows. You're just guessing. You know, it could be, okay, Bitcoin 100K now. You know, because we all thought the catalyst would be Bitcoin 40K. Guess what? Bitcoin was the catalyst for Solana only. So Bitcoin crossing the $40,000 threshold is around 35K, really, with be specific. That's when Solana started waking up. And it was the first to go. It's the only one to go so far. You know, now maybe the next threshold, now that Bitcoin's around, you know, 70-ish thousand, maybe Ethereum has to cross 5,000. And then that's the catalyst for PulseChain to wake up. And when PulseChain wakes up, immediately you're starting to see all the altcoins and the meme coins out there playing on that land. I want you to know, friends, everybody gets encompassed under the umbrella of this. It's super important just to consider, like, where we are in the cycle, moving on. We're still literally exactly where we actually need to be. It is that. It's just, the only people who are really upset are the people who have the 100x price targets, because they know to get the 100x, they were expecting us, actually 100x is the minimum, by the way. Let's be honest. They're talking about, it's about 300x from today. That's the price target. So to get the 300x, many people thought by now we would be on our way to 30x above day one sack. So you'd be 30 times richer from today. And then you'd probably go sideways for a year. And then we do the final 10x burst at the end of next year. And that's 30 by 10 is 300, okay? Now, we're not getting that at all. Not any move. So I'm guessing, like, what's happening? I guess everybody's valuations and the expectations that everybody had was too high. And a lot of people obviously are confused. But hey, I mentioned to you, friends, the total Richard Hart ecosystem is roughly 4 billion valuation. It's around 4. So if you add up all the coins, and like, where would we be? Okay, if we go down, we can see roughly where 4 is. We're around here. We're around Atom and Arbitrum. Now, Arbitrum, friends, don't be fooled. Arbitrum's real valuation is 14 because they have locked tokens up in the basically locked up tokens, and they have Pantera Capital, all these other guys who are up 180x, who are going to grift retail and tell everybody it's the future of finance. And by the way, they're getting their unlocks right now. That's why Arbitrum's price has been getting destroyed with these unlocks. Let me show it to you right now. This is the ARB-ETH ratio. This is Arbitrum versus Ethereum, down 50%. Here, see this? The unlocks come in now, friends. See what I mean? Like that's one of the beautiful advantages of PulseChain. There are no secret unlocks. Yes, okay, maybe you don't trust all these big sharks here and there. All right, but guess what? They have all their coins out. You know what, friends? We can say we don't trust someone, but guess what? They have every right now to click sell and get out, but they don't. Okay, so if you don't trust them, okay, well, they're strong hands now. Here's the thing, friends, is secret. Every single person's a shark because everybody has a sell point. You know what I mean? Everyone does. It's just that some people you just don't trust more than others, but that's pretty much what it comes down to. So for some dates, though, you want to know some dates? Well, most likely the bigger date for the Richard Hart corrupt SEC case is in October. It's around October. That's meant to be like some big pivotal date point. And right now we're still in the launching pad zone. Many people, look, I know the narrative seems super important, but it really isn't. It's about the network effects and stuff. There's a lot of beautiful stuff happening. You have the Atropa, PDI ecosystem. You've got Tangang, got Dick with Butt, all these other cute, fun memes. You've got all this stuff erupting, friends. Remember, Tangang is catering more towards culture, and Atropa is more the stock standard ERC, DeFi, liquidity stuff, the stable coin. It's more to DeFi stuff. It's kind of fascinating. Now, I wish that there are other culture segments that we identify, because then you and I would be able to front run the market, right? Because we'd be able to identify coins in that sector. Unfortunately, we don't really have one. That's why these things they've popped up like mushrooms, you know, PDI, Atropa, Teddy Bear, and all this ecosystem, and Tangang, and it's wonderful. Tangang also cater more, I guess, to NFT sector, you know what I mean? And by the way, if you've seen the Venn diagram, it's awesome. Crypto altcoins are a big circle, and then NFT people are a completely separate circle. But they cross over in between. But it's crazy. The NFT bull market of 2021 brought in a whole new subset of people. It really is fascinating. Okay, so there's something about there with future adoption. I wonder if more NFTs. That's why Gophers is pretty cool, right? It's liquid JPEGs. It's everybody part of that Venn diagram. Hey, you like JPEGs? Well, I like liquid JPEGs. You know, so that's another fascinating thing to talk about. Now we have Richard Hart's post here. Everyone's waiting to see what's going to go on, like as we move on. But look, friends, I'm just going to tell you right now, a lot of people just don't want others to succeed. Okay, so I actually have another piece of breaking news here. A year ago, friends, I was making videos about WinterPOOP. Okay, this is actually the video here, so you can actually find my video. Pretty much, if you zoom out, see, how do crypto market makers poop on you? As you can see, it's a snowman pooping, friends. You see this snowman pooping? Well, the actual breaking news is this. So the Wintermute co-founder, okay, his name is Estrogen GaeSoy. Now, here's the thing. His actual real name at birth, before he was a piece of trash, subhuman filth scum, it's, I don't know what he's like, Evgeny, anyways, Estrogen GaeSoy, pretty much. Estrogen GaeSoy was named in the Do Kwon and Terra Luna, the SEC trial versus them. Okay, he was named. What's he named for? He was caught as one of the culprits who shorted Luna, who plotted to send it to zero. They know him. They know he was one of the guys. And you know what's actually more scum, friends? I just want to tell you, look how scummy the industry is. This guy, this subhuman filth trash, this virgin pencil neck soy drinker, he connected with Do Kwon and he says, hey, we'll help you out. We even need a loan. We'll get a loan. We'll set up a credit line. We'll help you out with market making. And then they backstab them. They fully backstab them, right? They're just complete full scum. So there's a big lesson to learn here from these friends, okay? Don't think PulseChain is immune from this. It's not, all right? There will be more leverage taken on as PulseChain's price rises. And I mean more leverage in terms of, friends, this is the PLS price. So please, you got to learn from this, friends. As PulseChain goes up, all right, as PulseChain goes up, I hope it goes up. You know, Eric becomes my friend up here. At some point, you know, I mean, even hope it goes up here. People are then going to believe, all right, we are never going down more than like 80%. But then we might all the way go down to like, you never know, like 90, 95%. It's possible, man. I mean, HEX dropped 98%. So as we go down, what's going to happen is, all right, everybody's in shock. This is after the bull market's done. Hopefully we've all pumped up heaps. But then people, what they'll do is, friends, they will go and look at the leverage platforms. And people do this, friends. GCR does this. They all study it. They go look at the liquidation threshold points. And they look at where is everybody stacked. What price do I have to send it down to force these liquidations out? And that's what these people will do, friends. They will do that. I promise you they'll do that. Look what they did for Luna UST to send it down. By the way, Luna UST was 18 billion market cap, and Luna with it all together is like 60 billion. So the bigger you are, the more that these scum, subhuman, filth, trash want to take you down, okay? So Wintermute, what do they actually do? They're a market-making firm. They're very, very dodgy. I mean, friends, I've been going on an absolute snow poop storm. Look at what they did with Arkham coin. Look at this. They get given the coins down only, down only. There's so many, friends. Look at this. Look at my posts from last year. Poop alert. Uniswap Foundation selling $43 million of their fake governance token Uni. They sent it to Wintermute, who were using Kraken to dump. I call them WinterPOOP for a reason. Fake DeFi Uniswap using the Bitcoin. Look at this, friends. So many. Look at this. Look at this. In the last 3 hours, Wintermute just deposited 9 million ARB onto Binance. That's $14 million. See, look what I'm writing here. WinterPOOP scum got 15 million of the ARB unlocks. They are OTC scum broker desk for the ARB insiders like Pantera and stuff. So, tells you, these guys will like, they sell, they make deals with, they're the devil, man. Pretty much, they're making deals with the devil. They are the devil themselves, okay? And it's just crazy. Also, made me laugh here. This is how my video started out when I rewatched it. You are 3 fresh strawberries placed on a little plate ready for consumption. Today, we're going to speak about Wintermute, or as I call them, WinterPOOP. There you go, friends. You are 3 fresh grapes on the dinner plate. Now, look, a lot of these, look, you can't, most people just see this, they go, oh, that was a guy that shorted it. No. It was natural market forces, all right? Actually, if you watch the guy who posted it, Do Kwon, they even said to Do Kwon, hey, do you hate the guy? He's like, well, it was natural market forces. Basically, it was going to happen anyway. Just like, friends, you can't blame one person for this natural market stuff. However, I'm just telling you, friends, this Luna thing was different. Why? In other coins, they just want you to go down so they can profit. The problem, though, is when they plot things, friends, it's like a kid in his basement putting like a chemical ingredient together, and he doesn't know he's making dynamite, and he makes something that explodes, you know? So that's what these subhuman filth trash scum do. They try to break the back and break the back and break the back, and then when you're not watching, friends, unfortunately, what you get is you get Luna, which does its, you know, the unfortunate chart of where everything goes down, which is this chart right here. You get to see it. See that? Bang, 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 all the way down 100%. But look, just to clarify, Luna only went down that much because it had to rescue the stablecoin. To rescue the stablecoin in the function, what they do is they go, hey, if the stablecoin depegs, you are allowed to mint Luna coins. And basically, when people mint Luna coins, they extract value from the bid. You understand? So basically, that's why Vitalik and everyone was, all the Ethereum maxes were going, uh-oh, this Luna thing's a Ponzi. The problem is, friends, this is a sad part, okay? The people who said Luna was a Ponzi, all right, when it started gaining notoriety, okay, they started doing it at like $9, $9, and then it went up to 33. Then there was a guy here as well. Let me just show you how hard it is. I mean, there was a guy here, got famous. He was famous now. He was calling Luna the biggest Ponzi of all time at $28. And then guess what? It still did another 4x to the very, very top. By the way, that whole move is 800x on your money. So what I'm basically telling you is every chain's going to have these pieces of poop out, people out here, and that you are going to experience it. Doesn't matter what your chain does or whatever. You are going to have people who want to plot to take everybody down. When they sniff blood, friends, they come for everybody. It's very, very, very scum. You have friends like me, when I smell cheap prices, I want to get in. I'm like, hey, weak hands, get out. Here I am. Let's carry the torch. Okay, that's when I see HOA and Dick with Butt and Landwolf and everything else. Okay, the weak hands are getting out. Sweet. Let more strong hands coming in. Even saw that, friends, with like Pulse Trailer Park and all these other ones. That is what you want. Strength. These people are pure scum. They want you to go down lower, lower, lower. There is no price too low basically for them because they're pieces of trash. Now, where do we go from here? Okay, so you have, I've shown you this shocking event like, oh my gosh, there was someone who was plotting behind Luna UST. We know that, friends. There is people who plot these, even though natural market forces were going to take them and stuff. But where do we go from here? Well, look, all we can look at is this launchpad zone. That's pretty much where we are. PulseChain is around day one sec. It's still, everyone's still pretty much begging, can you please get off this zone? This is PulseX as well. Also, I also want to show you, it's very interesting, right? I was looking at the incentive token chart. By the way, this is, HEX, HEX, HEX. Incentive token chart. This is Inc. Let's look at Inc versus Pulse. Inc versus Pulse is here. I don't know how high this thing goes, but like it's nice. It's nice just to see it here. I hope this thing just swoops back. Be crazy if it does that for incentive token, but you can't mess around in there. Anything backed by Richard Hart, pretty much, at least you're gonna have the wind beneath your wings. Going forward though, when we see probably more court updates and more things going on, everybody's warmed up to the fact, okay, yeah, there's a corrupt SEC court. Guess what? Everyone's a security according to the corrupt SEC. That's pretty much what you want, friends. And don't forget this, right? PulseChain is leverage on Ethereum. Why? Okay, not only why, because, smart contract, Bitcoin, and Ethereum is the Genesis layer 1 smart contract blockchain. Not just that, but also, if Ethereum gets the ETF, they have to classify it. Wait a minute, you're not a security then. Okay, you got an ETF. Okay, so that's very important. And if they do that, then even though Richard Hart's pretty much already won, that brings up his probability of winning to 99%. Pretty much, in terms of okay, it's not a security. He wasn't doing securities fraud or anything. There's no fraud. There's no mismanaging of anything. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it comes down to. But if you're waiting for that moment, it's going to be too late. Just friends, look, the amount of hate people were trying to throw my way, friends, down at the lows here. The amount of actual hate. When I was telling everyone, it's cheap, you bums, it's cheap. Screw the corrupt SEC, screw them. Gary Gensler is literally a semen demon, okay? I was telling you down there, and I said, if you wait for better times with the corrupt SEC rulings, the prices are going to be too high for you compared to now, and no one believe me. You all believe me because you're all holding it. So it's the same thing here. Now, also, I got to throw it in there, but eHEX as well, friends. eHEX is here. You have the eHEX pulse ratio. I don't know where it's going to land. It's nice to see a bit of life. Just to show you, look how devastating this is, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red weekly candles in a row on this ratio. Talk about death and destruction here. However, the universe with this. You go, wait a minute, if you give 8 down ones, I wonder if it just has a nice spike up. That's pretty much what happens, friends. Look at this. See this? This was Alex the Anus Ointment, by the way. Alex the Anus Ointment, friends, with his rally because he accumulated 400 million eHEX, goes on to Matty Allen's show and then tells everybody, hey, we're going to buy it up to 50 cents. He sells for 2.5x. Everybody just flushes it up. So see how easy it was to do? That was so random. I can't believe that happened to HEX history. It was so random. Just a random guy named Alex, probably a Russian dude. And look, friends, they ended up doing, I think it was Mr. Silver the Antidote. One of the on-chain guys, or maybe he's the Hextronauts. A shout out to both of their gentle persons. They did analysis and they found that Alex the Anus Ointment's his wallet, was linked to one of the phishing things on Twitter. So it could have been money that they were fishing around and they can't actually bridge it out yet. Maybe they need to wait for more KYC or some other exchange. So what they were doing is they're just probably looking, hey, can we try and multiply this? How can we make more money out of this? And, they bought eHEX to do that. And now it makes sense. Why didn't Alex the Anus Ointment whale move into PulseChain? Why didn't he go buy PulseChain and stuff, And now we figured out. So his answer on the show was I like eHEX more, eHEX more. And you find out why. It's because most likely the phishing attack wallets, they flagged on Etherscan. So he was scared with the bridge. I guess he didn't know we didn't know anything about the bridge. He was scared once you lock up money in the bridge, if it just pauses, if there's admin keys, because it's linked to the phishing attack wallet and it's blacklisted. So he doesn't know that the bridge has no admin keys. Probably doesn't know how to check it. So imagine there might be other bridges out there that they do, where if you are not OFAC sanctioned or whatever, or you're on the blacklist, then they have to pause it. And pretty much you don't get your money back. You have to fill out a form or whatever, otherwise they keep the money. So that explains pretty much it. But hey, if that happened before, why can't that happen again? Especially as PulseChain and Richard Hart and doing better in the corrupt SEC and stuff. So, man, Where do we go from here? We're hoping we're in disbelief. Remember, friends, we're just in depression. See, it's moving a bit faster, right? Remember last year, man, depression was like, oh, and 2022 was like, oh, nuts. But now we're moving faster and faster. That's wonderful to see. We are, these mini cycles moving faster and faster. But hopefully we don't blow a load too early. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.